Hi guys, welcome back to another tiny tour. I'm James from Roman Vacations. It's great to see you once again. This week we are standing at the Circus Maximus, one of the most beautiful stadiums, one of the most beautiful places to relax now in the entire city. But I'll no further gild the lily, and I'm going to hand it over to the wonderful Angela to tell you all about it.
There was a bug in my hair. Hello. Hi Roman Vacationers, welcome to Circus Maximus. This stadium is one of actually the largest stadium seats-wise, butts and seats in the world. It's underground still, but we're going to talk about it, history, and what we use it for. So, founded in the 6th century BC by the Roman king Tarquinius Priscus, this stadium kind of took on different size growth, different looks over the years, over the centuries. Julius Caesar was the first one to add the 2 rows of stone and concrete seats. In 64 AD, under Emperor Nero, this whole stadium was kind of the source, when we think of a fire that started and burned down most of Rome and the Palatine area. And then it was reconstructed, and the size of the stadium went from 150,000 capacity to about 250,000 capacity. And as I'm told, they could add that, increase that to 270,000 by building some extra wooden seats in the corners, which fairly often fell, causing a lot of death and dismemberment to the spectators. Nestled here in between the Palatine and the Aventine Hills, this was a perfect area for the stadium. What you see today is really just a park. The park was opened in the 1930s. You had some initial excavations taking place in the 16th century. You had more excavations taking place in the 19th and 20th century. They actually did uncover and then recovered the spina, which is the long spine, basically. And then also at the very other end, because we're standing in the rounded end, at the flat open end would have been 12 starting gates. Kind of like you see in a horse race today, but just made of stone and much more elaborate and larger. The chariot races would have taken place here. You have different teams. It was the first organized sporting events, team events. The whites, the greens, the reds, the blues. And the purples. Yes, the emperor tried to introduce the purples as the imperial team. It didn't go over very well. That said, they would race around the spina from the starting gates. You have 7 laps. You would have little dolphins sitting on eggs. The tail hits the egg in the beginning of the lap, and by the end of the lap, the nose hits the egg. So the dolphin just kind of does a little dive. After 7 laps, the race is over, and the winners are announced. You could race with 4, 6, 8, 10 horses on each chariot, depending on which kind of race you were running. The obelisks that were on the spina in the center of the stadium were actually from Egypt. One of them from 1280 BC that was taken, it had the cartouche of Ramses II. It was brought here by Emperor Augustus in 10 BC. And the other one meant for the Temple of Ammon and Karnak. And that one is now at San Giovanni in Laterano. The one with Ramses II is at the Piazza del Popolo. Those were moved in 1587 by Sixtus V, the Pope at the time. I think it's time for me to wrap up. So there's a little bit of history for you, but just to give you a little bit of the modern fun here at the Circus Maximus, this is where they still hold a lot of events. There will be races. The Race for the Cure starts here often, and you have a lot of concerts. I just came and, didn't watch because I didn't pay for a ticket, but heard Bruce Springsteen. Simon and Garfunkel were here. The Rolling Stones have been here. Guns N' Roses will be here on July 8th. So it's a really cool place to come. Most of this is buried. There's actually, we think, quite a lot of stone seating still left under that hill. And it's just a really interesting area to come and roam. It's a nice park, and there's a lot of really great restaurants around here as well. So, but that wraps up our Circus Maximus Tiny Tour.
I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope to see you guys here shortly.
Next week, we're going to be at San Giovanni in Laterano for the last Tiny Tour Tuesday of the summer before we shut down till October, because we are getting very busy.
But the sun's shining. It's wonderful.
It is wonderful.
I can't wait to see you guys. Take care.
See you
Thank
next
you very
week.
much, and see you next week.
Bye.
You